Hello everyone, my name is Nate and today I will be the teacher for this class, uh, broadcasting to you from the United States, from the city of Fallon, which is located in the state of Nevada. It's a very dry climate here, but we're very excited because we have a little bit of snow on the ground, which is really a treat for us this morning. Today's class will be about reading, and we're going to use a short story to read and work on our spelling. And so if you would like to download that story, we'd really appreciate it. It's located on, there's a link to it on the Verbling website. So we appreciate you always being involved in Verbling, and hope that you'll enjoy class today. We'll just be waiting here for a moment as people join in. Always happy to have new students, and I hope to meet a lot of new students today. Just wait just a moment. It looks like we have a couple of viewers coming online now. Looks like Jeff's class is going to conclude very soon. I'd like to say welcome. Hello, how are you today? Welcome to class, everyone.
身份证啊，
身份证、银行卡。
Looks like we have someone named, we have 2 members of class. Thank you for coming. The other Verbling class is just finishing up, and so we'll let it conclude before we start. I'd like to welcome Carlo to class. Good morning, Carlo. How are you today? Carlo Tavares, how are you today? My name is Nate, and I will be the teacher of this class today. We're going to be reading a story and using that story to help us with our writing in English. And so if you have not downloaded that story yet, I'd like to encourage everybody to download that story.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you, Sam. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Thanks for joining class. Appreciate it. And we have a few more people joining in. Sam, have you been able to download the story for our class yet? Hello, Max. How are you?
Yeah, fine, great. What about you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm very happy. It snowed where I lived last night, and so it's kind of exciting for us.
By the way, I already downloaded you gave me the document.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. That'll be very helpful for our class today. Everybody, we appreciate you joining class. My name's Nate, and I'm broadcasting to you from the state of Nevada in the United States. Today for our class, we're going to be working on reading and a little bit of writing, some listening practice. And so I'd like to encourage everybody to please download the document that was attached to the class that will help you in your reading. So if you haven't done that yet, as we begin our introductions, I'll let you take some time to download that document. As always, in Verbling, we want it to be a fantastic experience for everybody. So I'd like to encourage everybody to please mute their microphones during times when you are not speaking. And also if we use headphones, that will help to eliminate echo. So I'll let you go ahead and get that document. We'll wait for just one more second while everyone does that. Why don't we begin with some introductions? Could we start with with you, Sam. Could you tell me where you're at and tell me a little bit about yourself? Okay, maybe Sam left. Max, why don't we give you a turn? Where are you at today?
Sorry. Can you ask me a question again?
Yes. Where are you from? And how are you doing today?
Yeah, all right. You can call me Max. I'm from Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for joining us, Max. We appreciate it. And is it afternoon in Turkey?
Yeah. Not often. In the evening. No, for the
in the
moment.
evening. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Luis, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Nate, how are you? I'm good.
Good. Good to see you again.
Yes. I miss your class.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to see you again.
Yes,
Would you like to just tell the class where you're from and give us an
I'm from,
update? What's new for you?
yes, I'm from Brazil, and and I'm continuous studying English.
And you're doing a good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, thanks for joining class, Luis.
Oh, thanks you.
Chrisana, can you hear me?
Yes.
Did I say your name
Hello.
correctly? Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful. And where are you at today?
I'm from China.
From China. Well, thank you so
Thailand.
much. Oh, Thailand. Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you being here. Jean-Marc,
Yes,
how are you today?
very well, thank you.
Wonderful. And where are you at today?
I'm from France,
From France? Okay.
and I'm going to London next April.
Oh, okay. So you're practicing your English a little bit to get ready for
April,
that?
April helped me for my English because
Okay.
in 3 months I go to London.
Okay. Well, perfect. We're happy you're here to practice with us
Yes,
and hope you enjoy the class.
yes, of course. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Hakan, how are you? Oh, he just left. Carlo.
Great, great teacher.
Good
Thank
to
you.
see
My
you.
name is Carlos, and yes, nice to see you too.
Where are you from, Carlo?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. And our last introduction would be from Amini. Am I saying your name correctly?
Do you mean me?
Yeah, go ahead, Sammy.
Sorry, do you mean me or someone
Yes,
else?
that's fine. Go ahead, Sammy.
Okay, I'm Sammy. I'm from Palestine. I am a computer engineer, and welcome everybody. And this is the
Fantastic.
first time. This is the first time that I join with your classes, and I'm enjoy with that, and I'm glad.
Well, thank you so much. I'm happy to have such a great group of students today. Why don't we begin? I want to make sure everybody has downloaded the document that goes with this class. It's going to be a story that I will read a little bit later, but I will read it, and the challenge will be for you to fill in the blanks. And so that document will be very important a little bit later. So if you haven't yet, please take time to download that document. We're going to use a story today in our studies, and stories are something that everybody has in common. I wanted to start with a short conversation in our class. Does anyone remember a story that someone told to them when they were a child? Luis, do you want to get us started?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Somebody is talking here. I didn't listen.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
okay. I just said we're going to talk about stories, and I was wondering if you had if you can remember a story that someone used to tell you when you were a child.
Ah, some story and somebody told me when I was a child.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. But it's a real story or not real story?
It could be not real. It could be fiction. I think a lot of children's stories are fiction, right?
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just
If you just want to tell us the name of it.
Here in Brazil has a history. If if you if you're not a good child, and if you're not together with your parents, a man with a big bag.
This sounds exciting.
Takes you. Yeah, it's a big bag. Will takes you.
Oh no.
Yes, yes, yes. If the parents talk, that's history, and the child to be afraid to don't and go away in some place and always to be together with the parents.
Okay.
Oh, the bad guy with the bag will take you if you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
He call it homem do saco.
Alsac?
Homem do saco. In
Homem
Portuguese.
do sac.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
the
in
man with the
Portuguese.
sack? Is that what it means?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
In a big bag. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you very much. That's an interesting story. Does anyone else have a story they remember people telling you when you were a child?
Can I join?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Sammy.
The only stories which we heard from our parents when we was a child, that if we didn't sleep, some monster will come and eat us. That's the only stories, and they always describe the monster with the big eyes and the big mouth and something silly like this.
Okay, thank you very much. But as a child, everybody believes that stuff, right? The kids get scared when they hear that.
They scared and then they will sleep.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Yeah. So it worked. That's good. Would anyone else like to share a story from your childhood?
Yeah, sure, I can.
Okay, Max, go ahead.
Actually, when I was a child, my childhood, I will remark about it. We were playing muscatel. No, the muscatel. Like something like that play game.
Okay.
This is a kind of game. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, we were playing that with my friends and play football and hanging out with my friends. When I was at home, when I was late, I met with my mother, and she was angry me. Why you was late home, and she asking me what did you do whole day, and when I was the dirty clothes, she sometimes was angry me but
Angry with you?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do such like this. But I had to go the playing around, and I would play with my friends. That's why I was late, and my mother was angry me generally.
So she got angry with you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good story. Thank you very much. I think we have time for one more story. Would one more person like to have the time for practice? Tell a story you heard when you were a child. Come on, let's be brave.
Can I be a brave man and
Yeah, go ahead, Sammy. Be the brave man. That's fine.
okay. All of us, I think that all of us hear about the princess, the sleepy princess story.
Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping princess, the princess, the ladies, which sleep and waiting her hero to come on the white horse and kiss her, and so then she will wake up and they will marry, and they will bring a lot of babies. I think that.
Yeah. In English, that's called Sleeping Beauty. I typed it on the chat.
Sleeping Beauty, yeah.
Yeah. That is a very famous story.
Yeah, there's a lot of Snow White and the beautiful and the ghost, or the beautiful and the monster, something like this.
Beauty and the Beast.
The Beast, yeah. There's a lot of lovely story.
Yes. There are many popular stories. Very good, Sammy. Thank you for bringing those up, because there are some stories that are very widespread through many places, and it's great to remember those. Does anyone like to tell stories to your children, or maybe a niece or a nephew?
Me.
You do? Do you do it often, Jean-Marc?
I have story of London, because every year I'm going to London, and I'm going to theater in London, theater of London, in night. It's very nice. Me, I have seen the Phantom of the Opera. No. Phantom of the Opera.
Okay, so fantastic. That'll be a good opportunity in London, won't it?
Yes.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Well, I would like to go to our story that we're going to read. Please take your document out if you haven't already. We're going to read a story. It's called Act Like the Others. And just go ahead and let me know when you have that story, please. Carlo, do you have the story?
Sorry, should we search on it on Google, or there's the link for it?
There is a link to download the story.
Where?
It was at the opening part of the class. If you look, I'm going to the Verbling page right now. At the bottom, it says class materials.
Oh.
And if you click there on class materials, you will be able to download a copy or see a copy of the story we'll be using.
Teacher.
Yes.
I have the feeling exercise. Is that the same of the story?
Yes, that is what we're going to use, the fill-in exercise, exactly.
Okay.
I'll just give one more second for everyone to grab that. Now what we're going to do is I will read that story, and I'd just like to invite you to listen, and if you have a pencil or a pen, you could fill in the blanks, and then we'll go back later and I will show you a copy of that story that's complete. So you can ask me any questions, and you can see how well you did at this listening practice. Are there any questions?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, wonderful.
While you are reading the story, you will say the words, and we have to write it and fill it. Is that right?
That is correct. So you will fill it out, and then we'll be able to check our answers. Okay? Okay. So here we go. I'm going to begin reading right now. I'll probably just read a couple sentences at a time. First, I will read it very quickly, and then I will read it slowly. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Act like the others. Jack and Lydia are on holiday in France with their friends, Mike and Anna. Mike loves to visit historical buildings. Jack agrees to sightsee some historical buildings with him. So now I'll repeat slowly. Act like the others. Jack and Lydia are on holiday in France with their friends, Mike and Anna. Mike loves to visit historical buildings. Jack agrees to sightsee some historical buildings with him. Lydia and Anna decide to shop in the city. See you boys when we get back, the girls shout. In the village, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old church, but when they enter the church, a service is already in progress. So let me repeat those last two lines. Lydia and Anna decide to shop in the city. See you boys when we get back, the girls shout. In the village, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old church, but when they enter the church, a service is already in progress. Shh! Just sit quietly so that we don't stand out and act like the others, Mike whispers. Since they don't really know French, Jack and Mike quietly sit down. During the service, they stand, kneel, and sit to follow what the rest of the crowd do. I hope we blend in and don't look like tourists, Mike tells Jack. Let me repeat those parts. In the village, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old church, but when they enter the church, a service is already in progress. Shh! Just sit quietly so that we don't stand out and act like the others, Mike whispers. Since they don't really know French, Jack and Mike quietly sit down. During the service, they stand, kneel, and sit to follow what the rest of the crowd do. I hope we blend in and don't look like tourists, Mike tells Jack. At one point, the priest makes an announcement, and the man who sits next to Jack and Mike stands up. We should stand up too, Jack whispers to Mike. So Jack and Mike stand up with the man. Suddenly, all the people burst into laughter. At the service, Jack and Mike approach the priest, who speaks English. Let me repeat some of those lines. I hope we blend in and don't look like tourists, Mike tells Jack. At one point, the priest makes an announcement, and the man who sits next to Jack and Mike stands up. We should stand up too, Jack whispers to Mike. So Jack and Mike stand up with the man. Suddenly, all the people burst into laughter. After the service, Jack and Mike approach the priest who speaks English. And now I will conclude the story. What's so funny? Jack asks. With a smile on his face, the priest says, well, boys, there's a new baby born. and it's tradition to ask the father to stand up. Jack and Mike look at each other, and Mike shakes his head. He smiles and says, I guess we should understand what people do before we act like the others. So here's that last part. What's so funny? Jack asks. With a smile on his face, the priest says, well, boys, there is a new baby born, and it's tradition to ask the father to stand up. Jack and Mike look at each other, and Mike shakes his head. He smiles and says, guess we should understand what people do before we act like the others. So that's the story. How did you do?
Oh, I can't complete everything.
Not all of them? Okay. Did you get some?
Yes. Some things.
Okay. Anybody else have a comment? How did you do?
I get it all, but my mistake is I tried to type it on the words which you spell it. I tried to type in a word, but you became very fast. My mistake is I didn't bring a pencil, and I didn't want to leave and bring a pencil, so you will finish all it. But I get half of them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I wrote many of them, but I didn't complete some of them.
Okay. I think that's a good balance. We want it to be challenging so that we learn, but at the same time get some. So I think if you got half, that's probably good. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Would you like me to read it one more time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. I'll read it one more time. And actually, I'll pause for just a minute if you want to grab a pencil or something to write the answers down. That's cool. And would you like me to read it quickly or slowly?
Quickly.
I'll tell you what. I'll do each. There was a vote for slowly and a vote for quickly. So I'll start quickly, and then the last time I'll do it slowly. The entire story without a break. Okay?
Okay.
You will repeat 2 times?
Yes, 2 times. One quickly and one slowly.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So here we go. First I'll do the quickly. Act like the others. Jack and Lydia are on holiday in France with their friends Mike and Anna. Mike loves to visit historical buildings. Jack agrees to sightsee some historical buildings with him. Lydia and Anna decide to shop in the city. See you boys when we get back, the girls shout. In the village, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old church, but when they enter the church, a service is already in progress. Shh! Just sit quietly so we don't stand out and act like the others, Mike whispers. Since they don't really know French, Jack and Mike sit quietly down. During the service, they stand, kneel, and sit to follow what the rest of the crowd do. I hope we blend in and don't look like tourists, Mike tells Jack. At one point, the priest makes an announcement, and the man who sits next to Jack and Mike stands up. We should stand up too, Jack whispers to Mike. So Jack and Mike stand up with the man. Suddenly, all the people burst into laughter. After the service, Jack and Mike approach the priest who speaks English. What's so funny? Jack asks. With a smile on his face, the priest says, well, boys, there's a new baby born, and it's tradition to ask the father to stand up. Jack and Mike look at each other, and Mike shakes his head. He smiles and says, I guess we should understand what people do before we act like the others.
Oh.
Okay, and here's the last time. I'll read it slowly this time. Act like the others. Jack and Lydia are on holiday in France with their friends, Mike and Anna. Mike loves to visit historical buildings. Jack agrees to sightsee some historical buildings with him. Lydia and Anna decide to shop in the city. "See you boys when we get back," the girls shout. In the village, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old church, but when they enter the church, a service is already in progress. "Shh, just sit quietly so that we don't stand out, and act like the others," Mike whispers. Since they don't really know French, Jack and Mike quietly sit down during the service. They stand, kneel, and sit to follow what the rest of the crowd do. "I hope we blend in and don't look like tourists," Mike tells Jack. At one point, the priest makes an announcement, and the man who sits next to Jack and Mike stands up. "We should stand up too," Jack whispers to Mike. So Jack and Mike stand up with the man. Suddenly, all the people burst into laughter. After the service, Jack and Mike approach the priest, who speaks English. "What's so funny?" Jack asks. With a smile on his face, the priest says, "Well, boys, there's a new baby born, and it's tradition to ask the father to stand up." Jack and Mike look at each other, and Mike shakes his head. He smiles and says, "I guess we should understand what people do before we act like the others." So there we have it, our story. Let's take a look and see how you did.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to try to do a screen share of... Well, let me get that really quickly. I'm going to do a screen share of the document that you have. There, that's better. And okay, that will help us a little bit. Sorry for that delay.
oh, no problem.
Okay, can everyone see the document now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So let's take a look, and we can use the chat to see how we did with our fill in the blank. So if you have an answer you would like to fill in, go right ahead. The first line of Act Like the Others, Jack, blank, Lydia are on blank in France with their friends Mike and Anna. What did you get for the first blank?
Jack and Lydia.
And
And would someone like to type that in?
yes.
Wonderful. Good, Luis. And so it's spelled just like that. Fantastic. What about the next word?
Holiday.
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 Holiday. What's another word for holiday?
Vacation.
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 Yes.
Yeah, like that. Very good. I think it's more common in England or Great Britain to say holiday, but in America, people will say vacation more often.
Okay.
Okay? Let's continue to the second sentence then. Mike blank to visit historical blank.
Loves.
Likes.
Loves.
Loves.
That one? So Mike loves to visit historical
Buildings.
buildings. Very good.
Build.
Very good. And Ahmad, you spelled it perfectly right. Sometimes spelling in English is tricky, but with
Yeah.
practice it can come. No problem. Jack agrees to sightsee some historical buildings.
With him.
With. Very good. I see Sammy got that on there. Good job. With him. Lydia and Anna blank to shop in the city. See you blank when we get back, the girls shout. Decide. Okay, very good. They decide to...
And boys.
See you, boys.
See you later, boys. Right. And looking on the chat, Lawrence, you have the correct spelling of decide also. Very good. Okay, let's go to the next one. I would just like to remind everybody before we go on, if we could please mute our microphones when we're not speaking, that will really help make the class go smoothly. Thank you. All right, let's take a look here. In the blank, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old blank, but when they enter the church, a service is blank in progress.
In the village.
In the village, very good.
Church.
Okay, and the second one, church.
Already.
Already. Perfect. Very good. And I'm looking at the spelling in chat, and it looks like pretty good. Village, remember, has 2 L's, and so that's very good. Village, church, and already. Great. Wonderful. Okay, let's go to the next one then. I need to go back so that I can see it. Shh. Just sit quietly so blank we don't stand out. And act blank the others, Mike whispers.
So that.
So that, okay. So that we don't stand out.
And like.
And like, very good. Perfect. Act like the others. Okay, I'm going to move that up just a little bit. Okay, since blank don't really know French, Jack and Mike blank sit down. During the service, they stand, blank, and sit to follow what the blank of the crowd do.
They.
Okay, they don't, since they don't really know French, that makes sense. Jack and Mike
Sit down.
Quietly.
quietly sit down. Okay. Was there a question on the first one?
Oh.
Okay, I thought somebody may have a question. During the service, they stand, blank, and sit to follow what the blank of the crowd do.
Kneel.
Kneel is correct. And why doesn't everybody go ahead and type in the spelling of kneel that they got?
What does kneel mean, please?
Kneel is when you are down. Do you know your body part, your knee?
Yeah.
When you're down on your knees. Often when people pray, they will kneel.
Yeah, got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the time you bow? You become
yes.
like L letter, but upside
Yes,
down.
exactly. Yes, like the letter L. Yes, very good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And I see that everybody's spelling that very well. In the word kneel, the letter K is silent, so it's a very strangely spelled word, but you're getting it. Fantastic. Sammy, Luis, excellent. Lawrence, good. Okay, let's go on then to the next line. They stand, kneel, and follow what the others, what the blank of the crowd do.
I don't know that. That I can't.
Did anyone get that last blank there?
What the rest?
The rest. Very good. What the rest of the crowd do.
Oh, rest. Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, I'm going to go to the next paragraph then. I hope we blend in. Blank don't look like tourists. Mike blank Jack.
And?
and don't look like tourists. Very good. Mike
Told Jack.
Tells.
tells, I think. We have this entire sentence, or this entire story, excuse me, is written in the present tense. And so told would be talking about the past. This is talking of in the moment right now. And so it is tells Jack. So T-E-L-L-S. I'll type that in. Like that. Okay. And moving on, I'm going to move the screen just a little bit. At one point, the blank makes an announcement. And the blank who sits next to Jack and Mike blank up.
Priest.
Okay, let's take the first one for. Okay, you're right. At one point, the priest makes an announcement, and the man who sits next to Jack and Mike
stands.
Stands. Very good. Stands up. Excellent. Okay. You guys are doing so good.
Thanks.
Doing a very good job. Okay, I'm going to carry on now. We should stand up. Blank. Two. Very good. How is that spelled?
T-double-O?
Yes.
Yep.
It's yes, T-double-O. Very good.
Yes.
There are many different ways to spell. Well, there are many different words that sound like that. Two. We have the number two, the preposition to, and then just this one means when you have two O's like this, that can mean also.
Yes.
So this is like saying we should stand up also. Jack whispers, blank, Mike.
To Mike. Two.
Yes. And how is that one spelled?
T-O.
Very good. So that's a good sentence to practice using the word to. Okay, carrying on then. So Jack and Mike blank up with the man. Blank. All the people burst blank laughter.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Very good. So Jack and Mike stand up with the man.
Suddenly.
Suddenly, all the people burst
into laughter.
Into laughter. Very good. Very good. After the blank, Jack and Mike blank the priest, who speaks English.
After the service.
After the service. Very good. Jack and Mike
approach.
Approach. Very good. Like that.
Approach. Oh, what's it mean?
Approach is like to go up to, or to go towards.
Come closer.
Come closer to. Very good.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's Jack and Mike of approach.
After the service, Jack and Mike approach.
Approach. Okay.
Yeah, I typed it in the chat. Do you see that there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Approach the priest who speaks English. What's so
funny?
Yeah. What's so funny? Jack asks. And with a blank on his face, the priest blanks. Well,
With a
boys,
smile.
with a smile on his face, the priest
says,
well, boys, there is a
new baby.
A
new baby born, and it's
tradition.
Very good.
Should.
Tradition to ask the father to stand up. Okay?
Tradition?
Yeah. Let me write that.
Tradition.
Tradition.
Okay.
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 And the last paragraph. Jack and Mike blank at each other, and Mike blank his head.
Look at
Look
each
at.
other.
Look at.
Look.
Jack and Mike look at each other. And Mike
Shake.
Look.
shakes
Shakes his hand.
shakes his head, yes.
Shakes. Oh.
Shakes his head. That would be, you know, like moving your head back and forth. Kind of like a gesture that means, oh wow, I can't believe I did that. He was kind of embarrassed. He smiles and blank.
He says. And says.
Says,
Yes.
very good. Like this. Okay, that's the present. That's the way to say it in the present. This, S-A-I-D, said, that is like in the past. Okay?
Yes.
So he smiles and says, I guess we should blank what people do.
Should
Understand. Understand.
No.
We should understand.
Understand.
Or no.
Understand.
Understand.
Understand. Okay.
Papa, il y a l'anglais. Il y a l'anglais là.
Hello.
Il y a les coordonnées. Ah, on va
Next.
Papa,
Hello.
Nate?
ça te perturbe. Hello. Are you right? Hello, I'm so sorry. Why? I'm so sorry.
Hello.
We cannot hear you, Nate.
Hey, Nate?
Hello.
Hello there.
Hey, Nate?
We cannot hear you.
What?
Oh yeah, Nate, we cannot hear you. The sound is not really good.
Sorry.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, 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 yes.
That's weird. I think somebody in the class muted me.
Oh!
That's okay. Woo, that was
No.
close. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, let me see if I can make a document really quickly with the entire story, so you can have the story
Yes.
to compare, and you can use it later also. Let me see here. Create document. Okay. Wait just a moment. That was terrible. I wonder who muted me. So I have a question. This is the first time I've tried an activity like this. Is that something that you liked to do? The fill in the blank?
The first time.
It's the first time you've done that?
Yes, yes.
Did you think it was positive? Did you like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
we're interested.
Okay.
But hey Nate, I guess we should understand what the people do before we. What's the next? We after we.
What's next after reading?
Yeah. No, in the history, the last blank.
Oh,
gap.
the very last blank.
Yes.
Right before the end. That was just. I don't know how that got on there. There's actually there's nothing there. So the last line should say, I guess we should understand what people do before we act like the others. That's all.
If I like the others, right?
Yes, before we act like the others. Very good. Okay, so, well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. To tell you the truth, I liked it a lot too. I think it's important sometimes to see a language written out, and that helps you to, when you see it, you can also, you know, have the experience of learning to write, and that will help you reading in future dates also. That's very good.
Yes.
All right.
He's maybe he's joined again.
He back.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome, Nate.
Welcome.
Wow. Somebody doesn't like me today, I think.
I would like to say that I accidentally muted your microphone just because of that disturbing noise.
Okay, it's no problem.
I thought it's you, but you know it was accidentally. Sorry for this.
No problem at all. It's not a problem.
Nate.
Really, I apologize.
It's okay.
Nate,
Yes.
since you
Nate, please.
since you joined recently, you can tell us what's your hope, what's your name, from which country you are.
Oh. Well, hello. My name's Nate. I'm joining you from Nevada in the United States. That's funny. Okay, well, I just put a link to the document. Can you see that there?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's a document that will have the whole script of the entire story, and it will be without the blanks. So this is something, you know, you can use. You can practice reading with it, and it's something that you can use over and over again, I think. To finish, I thought we could use this as a reading. Would anybody like to try to read the story?
Me.
Okay.
Also
Go right
me.
ahead. Why don't we do so everybody gets a turn? Why don't we read like 2 or 3 lines,
Okay.
and then we can ask somebody else if they want to turn. If they don't, then you can continue. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's act like the others. Jack and Lyda are on holiday in France with their friends Mike and Anna. Mike loves to visit historic buildings. Jack agrees to sightsee and some historical buildings with him. Lyda and Anna decide to shop in the city. See you boys when you get back. The girl showed. Somebody.
Does anybody else want to take a turn, or?
Okay, me?
Yeah, go ahead, Sammy.
Not Sammy, Ahmed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ahmed. Okay.
Okay.
I saw Sammy. Sammy, do you want to turn also later?
Next of
Okay, after Ahmed or
Okay.
Ahmad. Okay, go ahead.
In the village, Jack and Mike see a beautiful old church, but when they enter the church, a service is already in progress. Shh, just sit quietly, so that we don't stand out and act like the others. Mike whispers, there is something missed, I think. Mike whispers, just like that?
Yeah, Mike whispers.
Yeah,
Do you
okay.
know what whisper means?
Yeah, the time you Talk, yes.
Talk very quietly. Yes.
Yeah, very quietly. Okay. Since they don't really know French, Jack and Mike quietly sit down. During the service, they stand, kneel, and sit to follow what the rest of the crowd do.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. There we go. Sammy, your turn.
Okay. Thank you, Ahmed. I hope we blend in and don't look like tourists. Mike tell Jack. At one point, the priest makes the announcement, and the man who sits next to Jack and Mike stand up. We should stand up. We should stand up too, Jack. Jack whispered to Mike.
Very good.
Should I continue? That's it.
Let's see. Does anyone else want a turn?
Yeah. Me.
I'm sorry, I didn't see who that was.
Can I try?
Yeah, who is saying? I just didn't see who was saying that.
My name is Munir.
Okay, Munir. Thank you. Where are you joining us from, Munir?
I am on right your hand.
Okay, there I see you.
With
Okay, go ahead.
with the baby picture.
Yes. Okay, we see you. Go ahead, Munir. It's your turn then.
So, Jack and Mike stand up with the men. Suddenly, all the people burst into laughter. After the service, Jack and Mike approach the priest, who speaks English. What's so funny? Jack asks. With a smile on his face, the priest says, well, boys, there is a new baby born, and it's tradition to ask the father to stand up. Jack and Mike look at each other, and Mike shakes his head. She smiles and says, I guess we should understand what people do before we act like the others.
Very good. Man, everybody did such a good job. Is there any question? How to pronounce this word? Laughter.
Okay, thank you.
Laughter. In this word, the G and H sound like the letter F.
Okay, thank you.
Laughter, yes.
And I have one question also. Could you explain what is blinding?
Can you write that word, please, in the chat?
Okay, I will write. Did you see?
No, it's not coming up for me.
Okay, I already write it down. So I will spell.
Oh, he.
B-L-E-N-D-I-N.
Blend in like this?
Yes, blending.
Okay. When someone tries to blend in, that means they don't want to be different than anyone else, and so they go and they try to look the same. They try to act the same and be the same as other people in a group, and that means you blend in.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Are there any other vocabulary questions from this story?
I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay. No, thank you. You know, I want to say for me, I know that I've had Luis in class before, but many of you, it was the first time I had you in class, and I just want to say you're fantastic students. I really appreciate your willingness to participate both in reading and asking questions. I think asking questions is one of the most important parts of learning anything. And you're wonderful students, and I want to thank you for a great class today. I hope that you'll consider following me and joining me in some of my future classes. I have one class that will be
in 1 hour.
In 1 more hour, yes.
Yes, I'm going to be there.
Okay, fantastic. And then Monday and Tuesday will be my next classes. Anyways, I do appreciate you being here. I'm looking in the chat, and it looks like, when do I apologize? Should I say sorry about or sorry for? It's okay, Ahmad, just to say I'm sorry, or I am sorry. I'm sorry will be a perfect way to say that. That will cover all different.
If you want to mention the reason why he should say sorry about or sorry for.
I think that if you just say I'm sorry, that will cover all circumstances. If an event happened, you'd say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that," is probably more common. I'm sorry about that. If you hear of something unfortunate that happened, say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." That's okay. No problem. Thank you for the question. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, once again, good luck in your studies for English. You're all doing such a great job, and I hope you'll continue to study. With respect for time, I need to shut this class down very soon so that our next teacher gets their class going on time. But I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Ned.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
See you an hour, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.